This is Max here, so pro boxing fan. The Black joined for the first time tonight by Rants N Bants. I mean, this isn't what you wanted tonight. A lot of people from back home that maybe aren't here obviously expect you to fight. Just what has happened? From what you know, why are you not fighting tonight?
Bro, I have no idea. I found out 2 hours before I was meant to walk to the ring that the fight wasn't happening. And basically I got offered another opponent. I didn't want it. Like the opponent wasn't suitable, in my opinion. There was too much of a weight disparity, and I didn't want to cheat my supporters that paid their hard-earned money. So I just told the promoter, just make sure they get their money back. Don't worry about me. I could have just fought anyone and got paid, but bro, I got too much integrity for that. It doesn't make sense. Like, I've trained the whole camp for a specific opponent. He hasn't shown up, and yeah, bro, like I'm annoyed, but bro, everything in life happens for a reason, in my opinion.
Definitely. I'm going to move on to the camp and things like that, but I mean, when I arrived tonight, I got told your opponent had pulled out and you've been offered someone new. I mean, it's not on, is it? When you come to fight one man and they say, do you want to fight another one with 2 hours notice? I mean, you're the fighter here, just for people that don't know. How frustrating is that?
Bro, it's extremely frustrating, but not only am I the fighter, I'm the A side of the card. So it's like, effectively, the guys that are fighting me, I'm paying them to fight me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm much bigger names than these guys. Like, I'm fighting on these shows to get experience, because I don't have any experience. This would have been only my fourth fight, and guys with 4 fights will not fight me. It's very difficult to find fights for me anyway to match my lack of experience, but then at the same time, I'm better than guys that have been boxing for the same amount of time as me, so it's very hard. Like, he was probably like the 7th or 8th opponent before we got announced, bro. Like, loads of people were pricing themselves out of fights. Like, people were saying, oh, cool, I'll fight him, but they were asking for crazy money. It's not easy for me to get realistic matchups, do you know what I'm saying? So I can either wait around and try and get like a big suitable name, and then I'm waiting for a big promotions, but then I'm out of the ring for a year. Do you know what I mean? And I can't be doing that. I don't have time on my side. I'm not as young as the other guys, so I want to stay active. But situations like this is difficult, man. It's a big waste of time, bro.
Definitely. I mean, you speak about your experience, which is little so far, but I mean, it's clear to see how serious you take it, and also the strides that you've taken. Obviously, each fight you get more and more experience each time. Some of the people on this card maybe don't take it as serious as you. Just talk about actually what a full camp means, how much goes into a camp to in reality get nothing out of it on the night. How hard is that?
Oh, you know what it is, yeah? Because I enjoy training. Like, camps don't really feel like camps because I'm never out the gym. Like, even after my last fight, the Monday I was back in the gym and I haven't had a week off. So I train because I enjoy training, and all camp really is just shedding a few pounds and maybe having a bit more sparring than I would usually have. Other than that, it's business as usual, but I take my training really seriously, but that then makes it even harder for me to get fights. Do you know what I mean? Because guys are seeing, like, my coach is an active fighter. He's fighting on MF Pro next month. Do you know what I mean? Like, my sparring partners are active fighters, and my gym's full of like British, English champions and guys that are competing at a high level. So I'm fortunate enough that I'm in a position that I'm in a gym where I'm training with all of these really good fighters, and I know that the other guys that are on these kind of shows probably don't have the access that I have. So because of that, they're seeing me training with these guys and they don't want it, and I genuinely believe that's why I pulled out today.
Definitely. Like you say, you are a massive name on this card, and people are naturally going to talk. I mean, have you spoken to your opponent? Have you heard anything as to why is he not here? Why is that?
I've not spoken to him, but I noticed he was looking at my Instagram stories quite a bit. And obviously I'm always in the gym, and then I started to notice that he weren't posting that he was in the gym, and I started getting a bit worried because I do take it seriously. I'm there, innit? Like, I don't do things by heart. So even though I hadn't spoken to him, I know the reason why he hasn't turned up is because he got cold feet, man. Because the thing is, he was still sharing all the promotional stuff. So in my head, if you're sharing all the promo, you're coming. And then he just didn't show up, bro. But he literally shared the fight poster, the press conference poster, up until yesterday. Today, he was still sharing stuff about the fight, and he just didn't show up.
That's what I mean. You can always kind of like get a vibe from each fighter. I couldn't make it down yesterday, but did you get the vibe that he would show up? When you last faced off, when you spoke, did you think he'd show up, or do you think there's any chance that he kind of used your name and he had an idea that he wouldn't fight tonight? What do you think of that?
You know what it is? Yesterday, when he didn't turn up yesterday for the weigh-in, like he done a virtual weigh-in, he didn't show up, but a lot of the fighters that were coming up from London didn't show up yesterday because some of them got to work and etc. etc. So when he didn't show up yesterday, I found it a bit weird because literally they built that fight off my name. So if you're fighting me, it would make sense that you're there. Like, you're on the main card of an event. He's not gonna fight or get an opportunity like this again. And every time I do fight, I'm giving guys an opportunity because I'm always fighting guys that are smaller names than me, which I have to do to get experience. I can't wait around for the right big name, or else I might be waiting around for a year, 18 months. I can't do that. I still need to improve, so I need to fight. So I do have to, in turn, fight the smaller names. But then when I saw that he didn't turn up, I was like, hold on, like, it doesn't feel like you're taking this seriously. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he just doesn't show up today, bro.
I know this is the last thing you wanted tonight about looking forward. You wanted to make a statement tonight. Have you spoke to Gunman or any other promoters? Like, when do you think you'll get your opportunity to actually show what you've done this camp? Do you have any idea of that?
Well, I've got management to deal with that, so they just need to get me out soon, innit? They need to get me out soon, I'll be honest. So I'm trying to, if I can get out next month, I'll get out next month. But I need to get out because I was on weight. I've already done a camp. I'm in a good place right now, and I don't want to go backwards. I'm gonna give myself a week to enjoy my food, bro, because my days. You know what I mean? And then, but I'll still be in the gym, but I'm gonna go have a Chinese and that, enjoy myself, and then we'll get back to the drawing board. But I'll be out. I'm trying to get out next month.
Definitely. Like I said, I interview professional fighters on a daily basis, and I respect the fact that you don't need to do this. With a name that you have, you don't need to do this. I mean, just why? Why fight?
I just love fighting. Like, I've always loved fighting from when I was young, but it's been different types of fighting. Like, I've done Muay Thai, I've done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like, I've always done some sort of combat, but I've just never boxed because my parents never wanted me boxing just because they were worried about the head traumas and stuff. So I never boxed, but I did everything else. But I watched boxing, and boxing's always been like my favorite sport other than football. So for me, when I got the opportunity, the first time I had a fight, it was one of them white collars. You got 6 weeks to get in shape and fight. I did it once, and then I just loved it. And then I said, you know what, I'm definitely going to do this again. And that was just before COVID. And then I was meant to have another fight, lockdown, fight got cancelled, obviously. And then I just never saw a gym again. And then last year, I just decided that I want to get back in the gym for fitness. And then I just got the bug and I just said I need to fight. And this would have been my third fight in 12 months had I fought today. Do you know what I mean?
Just last two before I let you go. After your last fight, you wanted that rematch and you spoke about Misfits. I mean, when you talk about building experience, is that the goal from boxing? Get on Misfits? Where does this end?
Not necessarily just Misfits. I'm smoking the brand risk as well and a few of the other ones. And also, after my last fight, we got offered a rematch on this Misfits card next week, and he turned it down as well. Like, it's hard for me to get fights, man. And because I'm in such a good gym, I'm improving all the time. So, like, I'm always going to be better every fight, innit? So he didn't want the rematch. He got offered the rematch on this show and on the Misfits show, and he turned them both down.
If you had to pick one opponent that you could fight in your boxing career, is it him or is it somebody else?
I don't feel like I have to get the rematch. I could happily move on for it, but it would be great to knock him out, I'll be honest.
Just last one, Tommy Fury, Eddie Hall happens next week. Obviously, it's a big fight, but it's a different fight. Have you got a prediction for that fight?
Tommy uses his feet and wins on points, like, comfortably. Eddie don't have the cardio, and he doesn't have the speed to trouble Tommy. If Tommy stays and trades with him, he could get hurt, but Tommy's not that stupid.
Thank you very much for your time.